Hello everyone, welcome back to Goosebumps HorrorTown Invasion of the Body Squeezers Gail's gameplay. Where we last left off, we took a look at the first part of the quest line of the Invasion of the Body Squeezers, and now we're going to take a look at part 2, as well as some extra stuff that you're about to see. It's going to be a little bit of a longer part, but you'll end up liking what we have to show you. We'll be taking a look at the other 2 new quests that pops up, like this chef one. Several of my special customers were tired of the same menu. Maybe I should diversify the choices. I love how this guy looks like Metal Jesus. I'm just kidding with Casey what he says. Let's start simple. Choice of local versus alien snacks. I'll please everybody. Obtain some road snacks and obtain some alien carriera. I think that's what you call it. We'll see what that says. I also changed the volume a little bit to see if that ends up making it a little bit better from last part. Not sure if it's going to be too loud, but hopefully it won't. Let's take a look at the second part here to this quest line. If she decides to open it. I think she's having problems with her feathers. Oh, there we go. Although we have lost external communications, we know the meteor storm is devastating the entire world. Also, if this character was out and about, we would have actually seen him display, but he's not. All escape routes are blocked by traffic jam for fleeing into custom. Therefore, it's recommended that everyone stays in their house and do not try to leave the city. However, we should not subscribe to panic. Let's focus on hoping for a rescue soon. Lucy, what do we do now? Keep calm, Justin. Let's first assess the situation and then we'll see what we can do. Do field recommendation. Place the village's tower, which I did, and now we place some alien egg farm. I think they want us to do 3, but let's find out. I think it's 3. Let's see. It might just be the 1. Let's see. Yeah, it's just the 1. Alright. Would have been convenient if I already had that quest up in there, but who knows? Who can? What can we do? Yeah, so that's still going on. It's about 2 hours before that goes away. As you can see, we ended up not caring for it so much, but hey, what are you gonna do? Anyways, yeah, so by the time you see this event is really way long gone, but we'll talk about that near the end of the third part of this trilogy series, which is like an hour long when you think about it. Alright. So anyways, I think the other... what was it? A lot of intriguing stuff, to say the least. Like, one of the things I've noticed is that there's not a lot of people looking at gameplay when it comes to this game in particular. And I'm wondering why, if it's because it's new. Oh yeah, so this is a new animation I forgot to share. So this is Marty. And then this is Miss Dark. I guess she wanted to show making a net. She's the only one who actually spawns nets, by the way, so let's remember that. What exactly is going on here? I thought, okay, 30 minutes. I thought she was doing the field investigation. I think here is where she actually wants to try to show the animation for this one. Also, for the video game or toy store there, why is there like a bike on top of there? It's questions you have to ask yourself. I think it's a video game store, and I think she's getting frustrated because she wanted to see Lucy's animation. So come on, Lucy. Come on, Lucy. There she goes. Don't get blind. There you go. She's taking pictures of something. She's looking at it. Put it down. She does that. Alright, good. Alright, she's done. I need to communicate with my children to find out if they're okay, if there's nothing that can be done. By the way, invasion... oh no. I'm sorry, Mrs. Dark, but we are completely cut off from our outside world. All lines are blocked. I can't believe this is actually happening. It feels like a nightmare. All communication channels are down, and I have no way to reach Lucy and Randy. I could sneak through the woods to get out of town, but I never reached them on foot. Well, I mean, you don't really have them on foot. I need to know if they're okay. I must find them and do something. I need to get out. And look at that, 21, yay! Look at all the characters. Tunnel of Love, Megan's House, Radio Station, Flower Kiosk, Record, blah 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 blah. And this repair, there you go. Nice stuff, and you get $2. Great reward. drops that item she drops. He drops that. Don't know why there's no face for him, but whatever. Also, I don't know if we show off exactly with the food quest line. There's not much really to go off about when it comes to dialogue-wise, but it's really there just to help you kind of know how to do the crafting for the food part. Yeah. Kind of just shows you how you do crafting for certain foods, so you know how to actually get them. Again, this is what the quest lines are for. They're supposed to teach you what you're supposed to do. So say you need one of each egg in order to make an egg carryout. It takes about 5 minutes to do. So there you go. So that's how you get that item. I guess the next part, if she decides to go to the next part, I have no idea what she's doing. I have to tell her to be professional about this, man. Oh goodness. Professional work. I'm gonna be like the only YouTuber on the planet right now that does this kind of commentary over a mobile game like this. Especially since I'm kind of a spooky guy. I like this type of stuff. About Miss Dark and Mr. Mortman, they're all from the same book from the, I think, The Girl Who Cried Monster. I remember watching the animation for that, and I mean, like the TV show back in the day. Oh my god, is it cheesy. If you want a good example of how cheesy it used to be, all you gotta do... Oh, hold on. I've moved several times looking for a place free of monsters and I could keep my family safe. I have to face many monsters to achieve peace and security, but never one of those... Never ones like these. These aliens are surprisingly strong and they're well armed. But if I want to see my children again, I have to join the struggle for liberation. Viva la liberation! Must go to the fortified area they made near the meteorite so I can join the resistance. You know, you gotta respect the fact that although she's like a monster, hold on, but I better protect myself. Who knows what those extraterrestrial weapons can do to us. Set a bottle alarm, place military shade structure, and I think make a baby lobster. I think we'll see that eventually. What's interesting though, anyways, so what I was saying, if you wanted to see the weird animation of the Goosebumps show, and there she goes, she's gonna do that. Just watch JonTron's stuff, you get a good idea on how bad it used to be. I guess build Megan's house. Yeah, $24. I guess she's gonna do that. Cause he's like, why not? She's like, yeah, she's stuff it right over there. I think she told me that they organized this a little bit better to make it look less crowded, but it's kind of hard to build a town with limited space like this. What else? What else is there that she... Yeah, obtain grown lobster. That's what you have to do. I see. So this is another item you need to get from the event. It's basically... There you go. Costs pearls. Now we're up to 15% of the items, so that's great. What was the other thing? Yeah, so this is where you get the lobster. You need one baby lobster and one of the fortify substance, which looks like tablets you take like for a headache type of deal. Get a baby lobster. You need 3 lobster eggs and then 2 of those cans, which is like baking soda or something like that. I'm not sure what they're called, but they're the cans. Can't really mistake the cans per se. I was about to say it was Miss Dark. Although she's like a monster that eats other monsters, she's very like a mother. Like she cares for a child and children, which is a nice feature to have for a mom. You know, that is a very weird thing to think about. I'm gonna keep it I'm gonna keep this PG. I'm not gonna say anything. Oh. What's interesting is that her daughter's name is Lucy, and then this chick here is Lucy, so at first I thought she was the Lucy of this, but no, she's not. She's just a human girl that's happened to be named Lucy. It's weird. Some of these characters are actually based off from books, but then they don't really tell you where they're from. Mrs. Mark is actually from a recent, I think it was a Choose Your Own Adventure book called Creature Teacher. That turned out to be a thing again, like she reappeared from the newer series. That's the other weird thing too. It's been a decade since the Goosebumps actually came back. They came back in HorrorTown, and then they extended to HorrorTown, and then they came into Halls of Horror, and then that turned into its own thing, which is like, I think it was Most Wanted, and now it's at this new thing called Slappy's World. I believe that's what it's called. Also, I think she's upset because she didn't get something right. Oh god! Fucking alarm. I forgot. I have to do shit. But whatever, I'm gonna be doing this as well. I'm mismanaging everything. So I get a daily bonus. Still got that teasing us. 12 more days, so we're about 2 weeks. We're about the weekend. Again, you can see how well we elaborate when it comes to stuff like this. If people are wondering how I captured this, believe it or not, I have a, when I got this new phone, I think it was an Android 8, Galaxy 8, or whatever it's called, a Galaxy A8. What was interesting about it is that there is a new feature that comes with it called, thanks again, Angela. Are you in the charge of this location? Or Agatha? No one is in charge. Our operation crosses spontaneously. None of us have combat experience. Yeah, it's probably for the best. You have to listen to me. I know how to fight the invaders. Why are the children here? This isn't a safe place for them. I know how to take care of myself. Nobody is better prepared for them than me. I know monsters. Oh, that's a threat. And then, yeah, the jump cuts is basically just getting to the point. Why isn't Officer Raymond here? She's the person we need in a situation like this. Haven't you heard? Officer Raymond, like many others, being mentally controlled by the invaders. Wait, what? That can't be true. There's no way a girl like you can know such things. It is true. Even Mayor Jolson operates under their command. I know. That's absurd. You should just shut up. Spoiled, spawning fool. Conspiracy theory only confesses things. That's what an alien would say. You are naive, Mr. Moorman. I don't have any idea what things are capable of. Plan a strategy, obtain a grown octopus, and put an alien saucer. The weird thing too is the fact that this whole, yeah, the UFO, that's what it is. So I don't know what I was saying before the alarm came in and just interrupted everything in this conversation. But yeah, so a bunch of this is going on right now. You get the idea. It's just kind of like giving you a story, which is always kind of cool. So you need one octopus, and then one of those. To get an octopus, you need octopus eggs and coffee, which is weird. I'm just observing. I'm just really observing. It's hard to actually, like, hard to say anything here. It's just really, really like, ugh. Let's see what this is. Oh yeah, Mr. Freshman. I'm not sure when exactly she ends up unlocking him. From what I understand, she tells me that she ended up getting him. So it's weird because I'm trying to do multiple things at the same time. She's just right now kind of just wasting time by selling things that are not useful. Like, again, pawn shop. If you have extra items, you can actually sell them for more of the pearls. So there's that. What else is there? Again, apologies on me being distracted. I mean, this is more so just so you have an idea of what the questline was like and all that more. Oh yeah, and I was about to say about the phone. What I ended up getting is part of this is like this feature app, which is like holds for app games. And one of the cool features with it is that you can actually record video natively on the phone, and then it'll save that copy as an MP4, you know, that MP4 file that you can then use for stuff like this. And then I just go inside, edit it out, cut it a little bit from her footage to kind of do this. So this is partially my fault too with how bad this whole thing is kind of going. But oh well, what can you do? What can you do? Can't do much of nothing, because it seems like I suck when it comes to some commentary. Wasting time to grab things while aliens come to take over our bodies, from what I understand. I mean, that's what I've heard. Maybe that's not the case. Maybe they're just like, this there. Yeah, the alien pack. Okay, this is where she gets this. So now we got this. We spent money. Hooray. This is what you get. You get this cool item that does absolutely nothing. It's just there to show, hey, I bought this special pack. To make you feel like you're a big wiener. I think she's trying to find a good spot for it. It's kind of hard to say where she's going to put that spot, but you know, it's going to be somewhere. Don't you worry. I think she puts it. I think she put it down. I'm not sure. Oh, and then there's this new thing that pops up with the alien sale. You get this and then some cash. It's interesting, but really, if you just want the character, the one thing they offer is a better deal. So this is the store item that you get from 800 of the pearls, but you can get part of this deal with cash and dollary dues. I think she's gonna put it right there. Let's see what else she's gonna do here. Yeah, now she's gonna put down the new character's house. And like any premium building, it takes literally seconds for it to come, and there you go. Collect them all. You got Mr. Freshman. So this is his quest line, so let's talk to him. Spy Squeezer. Most people think humans are the only intelligent beings in this universe. However, monsters are everywhere. Monsters even comes from space. Humanity's time seems to be ticking away. The body squeezers have arrived and intended to stay here. He looks like some sort of weird spy character. They view the Earth as their new home. Can they coexist with humans as other monsters have? Let's find out. Again, this guy is like basically the brain. Reads newspaper, plays a small telescope, and obtain a fortunary substance, which he can actually do by picking up insects. Reading a newspaper will come with that. Need a classic water fountain, diplomatic car, listen to conversations for that. So those two items actually cost dollars, so they don't really cost a whole lot, which is good. Because freemium characters, they like to not have to spend money on a lot of stuff, so that's always a good option to do. I think she's gonna try to have him go investigate by reading a newspaper, and it's weird about where he's gonna go for his newspaper reading. It's very intriguing because he's gonna go, he's going right up to the solar, like right there. With the big ass meteorite, he's just gonna be reading his book or he's reading his newspaper, not really worrying about anything. He has the balls. Here's the alien meteorite thing. Now we have the chance to spawn the new guy, which we will show off in this part, so don't worry about that. Get to see what this character really looks like underneath the skin. In the original story, Mr. Freshman was actually this body squeezer's brain character, if that makes sense. So they're the leader per se, and like here, he just observes stuff because the alien squeezers, they're only there just to do something. Once Mr. Freshman in the story, the original story, ends up disappearing or dying, he died, I think, if I remember correctly. When that happened, basically the body squeezers retreated because like with ants, when it comes to the queen, once the queen's gone, it's like, oh no, got nothing else better to do, go away, retreat. Bad impressions, my bad. Can you tell me to try to entertain you from watching this? Oh dear. That's the sucky part about this, especially that this part takes so much long. 10 days. A few days left, 23 items. 23% of everything. I ended up not getting everything from what Gail tells me. Professional telescopes for 150. Not to be confused by the normal telescope, a small one. Don't know what the difference is, but there you go. Let's bring that percent up a little bit higher, shall we? Yeah, put that there, and there we go, 27%. So, we got that going on. Also, you probably noticed that there's a new person down there. Body Squeezer request. So that is the new item for this 3 days, weekend type of deal. You get that item, that will help you, and then also helps instead of paying money. You actually get it just for free, so that's always a good thing. And I believe he's done with the newspaper. So now we're going to show off what he really looks like underneath that skin of his, because really, they made him into some sort of octopus creature. 60%. So let's see what he looks like. Oh my god, look. Oh my god, the body and there's really like, it looks like it's almost like it reminds me of Who Framed Roger Rabbit's Judge Doom. The way that his, like, it's just a flabby skin, the reality. Like, look at this character. Look how he looks. Look at him. That's creepy. Weird eyeball creature. He's really just like a squid monster. It's interesting how he ended up actually making it look convincing that he's, you know, a human being. What's weird too is that I don't think he actually gets scared of other monsters spawning. I don't know that for sure. But like some characters that are actually monsters pretending to be humans, they actually run away scared when they see stuff like this, which is interesting. But I'm not sure if he actually does that now as well, because of the fact that he's just not phased. My god, let's just observing this creature, just look at him, he's just saying booga booga. And we didn't get any squares, which is sad. We got a lot of screams though. A lot of screams, which is always good. Always good. Be careful what you wish for. I guess this is the thing here for this quest line. Spy Squeezers. I have all the things needed for the shop. I should head back to shelter as soon as possible. That's so weird how it just jumps like that. Plastic bags last 150 years. Aluminum cans last 5,000 years. Glass bottles last 4,000 years. Or 500 years and 4,000 years. I don't know my math. Yeah, oh my god. Human waste so much. How could any other race could either consider coexisting with them? Yeah, my god. Eco-friendly much. After observing humanity's behavior, what will the body squeezers decide? He really takes on this whole... It seems like resistance to invasion has arisen everywhere in the world. Huh, so it's not just in HorrorTown. It's actually, apparently, according to this, everywhere. Though I'm surprised that several monsters have arisen to help the humans as well. Maybe there's hope for humanity's survival, but the body squeezers adapt quickly and overcome all obstacles. Oh, they're like the superior race, huh? Like the PC master race. Oh dear, jokes. And what is humanity but another obstacle in their long space conquest? They just take, observe, and take. Pick up an insect, obtain baby lobster to get a grunt lobster at the end. There you go, look at him. Turns his hand, kind of walks around like this, and then he just eats it. Which is interesting to say the least, because I'm surprised he's not wearing sunglasses to make it look less conspicuous, because I don't think he can have eyeballs unless... Let's not try to think about the rationalities of why this is why this exists. Let's just accept it. It just happens. Just accept it. That's just what it's gonna be. Another, I guess, the ghost next door. Spoiler alert: this character is dead. So there you go. I don't know why that's in there, but there you go. Now you know. Now you know. Oh well. Lots of stuff to think. We got that. Oh, that's actually... Oh, God. So you actually get to see the monster version of him. Which is weird that it's clipped like that. Justin, you're doing it wrong. I already explained it repeatedly. Pay attention. Did I miss a part? I think I did when I was rambling on. I'm not sure. If I did, I apologize. I don't think this is... You have to tie the knot like this, you see? Otherwise it bonds weak. Miss Mars, you're my teacher and I respect you, but those traps are not going to set themselves. Mr. Morton, what are you doing? Shouldn't you, as Mary, how many times repeat this? Oh my god, she's just basically taking a charge by the looks of it. Sir Lucy, I always seem to forget. I can't judge. This is the problem. I cannot, like, predict what she's gonna do. So I try to read, and then that happens. If you want to see, you can pause it and read it yourself. So I'm just here to kind of commentate over so it's not too boring for you while this is going on. That's my job. And I think I'm doing a very bad thing of it. But I don't know, that's just me. I'm very well high esteemed when it comes to stuff like that. Creepy pumpkin, we squish that to get some stuff. Very useful. Look, people, I understand if you start off a little afraid of something that looks different than us, but we shouldn't see the visitors as if we're a monster, but a civilized being as they are. Uh-oh, he's possessed too. Come far away to bring us situation problems we're gonna go through as humanity. Turn that off, Mrs. Dark. Don't you realize Diamond Eddie is one of them now? We can't trust anybody. Lucy, I found a blind spot where we might be avoiding to infiltrate the meteorite. Uh-oh. Eugene, you're too important to rise on a mission like this. You'll stay here while we go. Trigger the alarm, spawn the body squeezers, and I don't know what else was there. Let me see if she can go back and I can observe it. Or we might not. Who knows? At this point, it's kind of hard to say. Maybe, yeah, maybe she'll go back to it. Maybe. Place 2 more egg farms. Oh man, the egg farms are just spawning all over the place, isn't it? Interesting. This is the plot is thickening. I love how Mr. Mortman is just hiding in the eggs there. Like, I don't know how he does it, but there he goes. So yeah, you're gonna have to put down some eggs there in order to move on, or else it's not gonna work. I tried putting them down and then taking them back up, but sometimes it just doesn't work that way, so it's like, what can you do? Gotta learn with what we get, unfortunately. But hey, that's just part of the fun. Part of the fun when it comes to stuff like this. Let's see here. I guess she's looking more in depth with the actual items. Some of these items actually cost event currency, so that's kind of the downside when it comes to stuff like that. Which is unfortunate. Because sometimes you don't want to spend those event currents, because you need them for other things. And again, I think these quests doesn't take too long to beat, but, you know, it's just like, wasn't feeling it for some reason. Me and her weren't feeling it, but we've at least beaten the game playthrough, so there's that we can say we've achieved, so that's always an accomplishment. You don't really need 100% in order to, like, unlock everything. You don't get anything special for 100%ing. It's just more so, it's like, hey, feel like a completionist by, 5 days. You see how long it's took since then? It's 5 days later. It's like, oh man, we really were looking into this. Now this is when I think we're like, okay, let's just keep on, let's do this real quick. Let's just haul butt. Get to see them spawn again and going after and terrorizing people. It's weird too that most of the aliens here are the same thing, which is weird because you would think the prawns would probably be there as well. But the reason I say that is that when that's the Easter Bunny event came back in June, they actually updated it to make it look a little bit better than how it was, like placing certain items where they're supposed to be now, all that type of stuff. And they introduced another character that you can pay for buck, which is like boss characters, I think is what they call them. And it's intriguing because they, for the most part, they have like this more of a higher risk to get the items in question that you're trying to spawn from. But even then, there's like a 10% fail rate if you decide to get all of the characters to go and do it. And again, more of that, which, again, it's just only looking for the actual special events, not so much the actual quest lines here. I think ended up not cutting a whole lot. Didn't get that again. I don't know why. It seems like we are kind of like being unlucky when it comes to stuff like this. Don't know why. I guess it's just the luck of the cards, unfortunately. My role is not to fight them, but to observe them. I won't stop unless I really have to, unless it is asked of me. Humans have shown themselves to be very determined, but is it enough to resist? My observations say they aren't. Oh, very positive. Positive boy. Let's see what else he has to offer. Body squeezers began observing humans as a long time ago. I record every movement made when they are going and with whom they interact. Mimicking their every behavior, trying to better understand how they are. All these to be reported leading to this moment. To change a car tire, obtain baby crabs and grow a great baby crab. Again, teaching you how to do certain crab stuff. So there you go. You're learning something new every so often. Open the doors. Here comes Miss Dark. Miss Dark, what happened? Did you manage to interdict the meteorite when Mrs. Mars? We were ambushed. I managed to escape, but Miss Mars was hit with the lightning. Mortman set us straight into a net of crabs, where he should, I call strategy, him my own hands. Where I should have strangled him with my own hands. Mr. Morton isn't here. I saw him leave the camp earlier. God damn it, he's one of them. I should have realized that before he's seen a suicide mission. Drat. What can you do? Gosh darn it. Justin, why didn't you say anything? You could have saved their lives. Oh well, now they got goop in their ears. I knew something was off about him. He always spread the time with his books. This is his normal behavior, Justin, but lately he's been acting weirder than usual. I should have known. Did you hear that sound? Even more meteorites have come crashing down. It's become a regular thing now. They're all over the city. Well, no matter how many of them are, I'm going to fight back and stay practicing my aim. Your aim? You might be able to craft some sort of trapping while fighting back. Let's see. Shoot a bottle, obtain grow crab, in place 3 more meteorites, which is interesting because I was going to kill 2 birds, 1 stone with that crab stuff. Which is very intriguing, to say the least, because in the story for the body squeezers, they actually come, like, not in spaceships, but they actually come in meteorites. So there's one weird item that we end up getting, which is like, what is it, like a pyramid with tentacles. I guess they're trying to allude to the fact that perhaps they were the ones who helped build the pyramids, but who knows at this point. Very intriguing. It's like one of those life questions that you have to think about every so often. Hearing clicking in the background. How much more is there? About a few more minutes and we should be done with this part. Clicking through stuff while I observe. Much like Mr. Freshman, I observe this gameplay and make comments over so often. Hopefully, be able to determine my findings. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Makes you think. It's really weird that makes it look like Cthulhu, doesn't it? I don't think that was their intention, but it kind of makes it seem like that, doesn't it? So, the meteorites here cost money, so that's always a good thing here. You know, it's better than just having, you know, things. Yeah, because that makes sense. Things. That's a word. Let's see what else to do. Yep, so obtain ground crabs and shoot bottles. So that's it. And just like that, we're going to do that. And then that should kill 2 missions, I think. Oh, yeah, I love it too that they kind of make you go, oh, you should spend money to make it go faster. But then they're like, nah. That's okay. We're not going to do that. Not going to do it. Sorry. Not going to pay for stuff like that. That cash is for characters. So this is the last one you can get, the alien spaceship. This is all you need for that. So it seems like every weekend that they actually do a new thing for you, which is intriguing to say the least. Again, she's just kind of looking at stuff. Looking at stuff to kind of observe herself. 4 days. 4 days, 18 hours. 31% of it done. Oh man, you can tell I was really eager with this event, isn't it? I don't, like, it's not the fact I didn't want to. This was, I think when we were doing this was the same time when The Simpsons was doing their little update from the stuff, so it's like doing multiple things. It's kind of hard to do every so often. But what can you do? I think she's gonna buy this because it costs money and it doesn't really have anything there. 35%, so there you go. Most of the items you see in the event area you can actually have yourself, so that's always good. I think it's weird too, if you decide to go ahead and do what she's doing right now, which is taking this stuff off, if you decide to go back, okay, I think it only works when you come back from online. But it's weird. You can even see we haven't even done anything when it comes to the cuisine thing. And I guess she's just getting rid of it because it's like waste of space for that type of stuff. I don't blame her. It doesn't really do anything, it's just decoration. It's just like wasting space tiles. But if you ever want to make it look like some meteorites fall down on your town, there you go, we got some there. I always find it intriguing though that they don't really give Pixel Owl doesn't really give you like say it gives you like points, yes, but I'm surprised that the award isn't like being able to have the scene that we crafted, like it's there permanently kind of deal. That I think would have been a bigger kind of like better reward. But at the same time, I think they were kind of doing this so that it wasn't like a cheapskate kind of move. But I don't know. Like usually when it comes to these events, when it comes to the grand prize, they want it to be something like really want to go after, instead of this kind of like, oh yeah, here's this you can have, you know, whatever. Not gonna, you know, whatever you want. Ooh, I think time will pass at some point soon, right? Yeah, it's gonna pass by a few more minutes. Yeah, there's Lucy giving warning with her yellow flag. It's gonna take 2 hours for that. Man, I should have done a better job editing this, but oh well, what you can do. $3 so you watch a clip. I'm not gonna subject you for that. Yeah, see, so this is what I'm talking about. It's because you took some stuff out, it thinks that you don't have it on there, so it's weird how that works. So I have to go, she has to go back into the inventory. Not that one. Yeah. You can tell I'm tired. It's like, oh man, sleepy. Yeah, so I take the small meteorites, put them back down, and then they're like, oh, there you go. It's very weird how it works like that. It's just very, very like, haha, that beat those alien monsters won't stand a chance. Justin, don't run by yourself with delusions of grandeur. They'll get you if you're not careful. Actually, it's time to fight back. We may not defeat them, but we can at least stop their advances. We don't have much, but we can work together. We can create something to fight back. What are you thinking about, Miss Stark? Their feet seems awkward. Maybe we can trap them with nets if we protect ourselves from the lasers. Ah, so they forgot leg day by the looks of it. And just like that, we are done with this part. So in the last part, we're going to take a look at the Invasion 3, Part 3 quest line and finishing off all the other loose ends, and then seeing what ends up happening when the event ends per se, what comes out of it. So thank you for watching this long ass video. Apologies on the inconveniences of pauses here and there and all that stuff. Hopefully this next one will be a little bit better. Until then, see you next time.